Greetings, greetings. How's everybody doing? All right, let's get Facebook going here. All right, let's rock. Let's go live, man. Got it. Let's go live, Facebook. Let's go live. How you doing there, YouTube? For my YouTube folks, what's going on? All right, let's get this going. Change this to public. And boom. And we'll live stream. All right, what's going on, folks? Hope everybody's doing great, man. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. Come on in, come on in. Let us get. Oh, wow. Let's get a show going on tonight. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I've been like super busy and stuff. Just always doing things, man. You know what I mean? So, all right, here we go. And boom, Facebook. Yeah, so I'm always busy, guys. So I'm glad to reconnect with you all right? Really glad to reconnect. And you all just hang in there while I get situated so we can get started. And we are going to talk about Moringa. All right. You know, Moringa is all over the place. There's a lot of Moringa everywhere. All right. So we are going to have a little discussion about Moringa. But before we even dive into that, before we dive into the program, how are you guys doing? Everybody's good? I miss you all, man. I miss you guys a lot. So I hope everyone's doing well and you guys are safe. Okay. Now, as always, before I get started, I'd like to get my disclaimer out of the way that I am not a doctor or a medical professional. I am a herbalist. I am a holistic health educator and a researcher. I do not dispense medical advice. I do not diagnose or treat medical conditions. I provide information and education from the perspective of traditional herbalism. All right, that's what I do. So don't take me for a doctor because I am not one. Okay. All right. Now we got that part of the out of the way. Jumping back, guys. Let's get going. Lisa, how are you? And Euthelia, what's going on, ladies? Are you guys doing all right? You guys hanging tight? All right, that's good. And for my people over there in YouTube, I hope you guys are doing great, man. Come on, lock it in, guys. Let's get going. We have a really nice show for you. We're going to learn a few things about Moringa. All right. Moringa oleifera. All right. So these statements, right? These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. All right. And the products that I'm going to talk about, they're not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any kind of disease. All right. Just know that. Okay. So Moringa, you can use the entire plant. Okay. The entire plant. You can use the roots, man, the bark, the branches, the leaves. And I have some here. I'm going to show you guys a little bit. Okay, I have some leaves. That is actually the most common part of it, of the plant, is really the leaf. All right, and it's loaded with minerals. It's loaded with vitamins. Okay, and you you basically have to get familiar with it and know the dosage and everything like that, because a lot of people, they will Google stuff, go on the internet and Google stuff, and they say, okay, this is good for blood pressure, this is good for diabetes, and they just dive into it and they just start making tea and drink. All right, you can potentially not get any results when you do it like that. Okay, and it's just like pharmaceutical medicine. You know what I mean? The doctor is going to guide you on and say, all right, take 2 tablets every 6 hours, right? Don't take any more, or don't take less. And if you skip, just take it as soon as you remember. Okay. So it's kind of the same principle with the herbs. When you're taking it for an issue, okay, there has to be guidelines, there has to be dosage. All right. You can't just take it. Sometimes it doesn't work if you don't have the right dosage. All right. So there has to be guidelines for those things. All right. So here is my batch of moringa leaves. All right. These, I harvested these about 3, 4 days ago. All right. Out of the tree in the back, 3 or 4 days ago. Okay. And I use I use moringa in my diabetes herbal formula. Right. Some of you have used my stuff before, and this is one of the herbs that's in the diabetes herbal formula. All right, and this thing is loaded with iron. Okay, but let's talk about the seeds for a minute, because the moringa seeds, also they have a lot of good benefits. All right, they do us really good, as much good as the leaves do. Okay. So the seeds, they work well for oxidative stress. All right. They work well for inflammation. They work well for uh, high blood sugar. Okay. You have sugar in your blood. If there is too much sugar in your blood, okay, this will help tame it because it's loaded with iron. Okay. It's also good for your blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, all right, again, you have to know how to take it for it to work really well for you. Okay. So, like I've always taught you guys, if you are going to use herbs for a certain issue, don't expect results like right away. Okay. Unless it's something minor, you know what I mean? You have, say, for instance, you may have a little sinus blockage, right? That's simple stuff. You may take some herb, or you may do like a, you may do what you call that, when you put the herb in hot water, right? Like a long cleanse in hot water, and then you put your head over it, and you have the hot fumes coming up. Okay, it can do some immediate results. Okay, you can get immediate results that way, but it doesn't always work that way. It doesn't always work immediately, so it takes a little time. Okay, especially for something like diabetes, you cannot get rid of diabetes in a week. You cannot get rid of high blood pressure just like that. You have to be consistent. You have to be on it. Okay. You got to have discipline. Okay. And a lot of times it takes a while, especially with those herbs, for you to actually help and fix the problem. Okay. It's not magic. Okay. Pretty much. That's what I'm saying. You, no voice. No voice. I can't hear you. No voice. No voice. No voice. All right, guys. Let me fix that. I am hearing. Nobody's hearing me. No voice. Oh man, no voice. That's not good. Yeah, I just saw it. All right, guys, let me fix. Nobody's hearing me, so let me fix it. Uh, and I'm hearing in my mouth. Okay, so let me go back to the input. Oh man, hold on, guys. Let me fix this. I don't know what's happening. output. How about this? How about this? Can you guys hear me now? Check Joyce for me. Ask her if she can hear me now. Oh, I might be able to hear it on my phone, you know. Yeah, yeah, that's how I'm going to know. Yeah, it will feedback. So you don't have to, you don't have to. Why is my voice not going through? Hmm. Let's see. No voice. Ain't that something else? No voice. Um, Probably from, hold on. It's probably from Zoom, you know. Yeah, let me check it there. There we go. How about this, guys? All right, I think this is do it. How about this, guys? Yeah. All right, I'm back. I think this is gonna do it. How about this, guys? All right, audio is back. Audio is back. All right, so let's start from the beginning again. No, no, I don't need to use any headphones. So we good now? Yes, we are now. All right. So I've been running my mouth for a good 10 minutes, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go back from the beginning. I'm glad you guys here with me still, okay? And we're talking about Moringa. So we're doing this from the beginning again. Okay? All right. So bear with me. We're gonna run it again. So greetings, 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 greetings. I hope everyone's safe and you guys are doing well. All right, very good. Hope you guys are doing well and your families are doing great. Okay. All right. So my disclaimer is that I'm not a doctor or a medical professional. I am a herbalist. I am a holistic health educator and a researcher. And I do not dispense medical advice. I do not diagnose or treat medical conditions. I provide information and education from the perspective of traditional herbalism. All right, that's what I do. I'm not a doctor. Okay, so these statements that I'm about to make, okay, they have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. All right, and the products I am going to be discussing are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. All right, no, that is out of the way. We're talking about Moringa tonight. We're talking about Moringa, all right? And these are some leaves I harvested 3 or 4 days ago, I believe. Okay, and I use Moringa especially in my diabetes herbal formula. Okay, and some of you have worked with my formula. Okay, and this is one of the herbs that I've used in my diabetes herbal formula, and also for heart health. Okay, for your heart as well. Okay, so the whole plant, you can use the entire plant, the roots, the bark, the leaves, and the pods, right? You know, the pods, they have seeds in them, and those are rich in vitamins and minerals. Okay. And the seeds, right? They're antibacterial. All right. And what I've been learning and researching and found out is that you can actually use the seeds to purify water, like during hurricane or tornadoes or earthquake or all those natural disasters where there is a scarcity of good drinking water. If you have moringa seeds, you can actually use those to help purify the water. And another good water purification herb is that herb out there. What's that herb I have out there again? The lemongrass? Yeah, the lemongrass. lemongrass. Okay, it's a natural water purification herb as well. Okay, so moringa seeds and lemongrass. So if you guys find yourself in a situation where you cannot get purified water, you cannot get good drinking water, but you have water and you have moringa seeds, or you have uh, lemongrass, or you have both, okay, then you can actually help, purify your water that way. Okay, at least it will be adequate enough for you to drink. Okay, we'll take it to a drinkable level there for you. All right. So moringa seeds, they work really, really well for oxidative stress. Okay, inflammation. If you have high blood sugar, if you have high blood pressure, you can use those uh, the leaves and the bark, the roots, okay, the seeds and the leaves. The whole plant is just a big pharmacy by itself. All right, don't be ashamed of the herbs, man. Use them; they're pretty good. Okay, the flowers, everything. Okay, and the young pods when they just budding, see, kind of like peas, right? When peas are young, certain peas you can actually just eat them without cooking them. So moringa seeds are kind of like that. The pods, when they're young and green and soft, you could just eat it. It's edible. All right, it is edible. Okay, and moringa is really good. It's a good nutritional source. You know, for especially essential phytochemicals. There's a lot of that present in the leaves, in the pods, and the seeds. Okay. So what I've been, you guys know me, I do a lot of research, and I research and I re-research and I re-research the research that I research. Okay, and that's how I roll, and that's how I do it, because when I'm bringing you the information, I want to make sure that it's on point. I cannot half step with this kind of things. You know what I mean? Because that's your health, and okay, it involves your health. It involves my health, and everything I'm telling you, I'm living it. Okay, I'm not just telling you and push it aside. Okay, the stock, that's because the leaves have fallen off. Okay, so the stalks, I leave I leave the leaves on the stalks until they drop off by themselves. Okay, that way you can actually suck all the nutrients out of the stalk before it falls off. And once all the leaves fall off, then I take this out. Okay, but this doesn't get thrown away. All right, this doesn't get thrown away. Whom do I have on board? Euthelia, Lisa, Andrew, Silma, Mausi Sagafed, Ruby, ¿cómo estaba? Mase, ¿cómo estaba? Theodora, what's going on? Spiritual, what's happening? And Mary Kalingo, bonsoir, bonsoir. Simeon Albert, what's going on, man? James Bob, in a minute, right? And Karen Pasco, what's going on? Esther, how are you? All right. So, what I'm finding out about Moringa, right? It provides 7 times more vitamin C than oranges. Yes, 7 times more vitamin C than oranges. All right, and 10 times more vitamin A than carrots. Okay, 17 times more calcium than milk, and 9 times more protein than yogurt. 15 times more potassium than bananas, and 25 times more iron than spinach. Just in this, in this herb, is awesome. All right, moringa. The herbs, look, man, the herbs are for healing. You guys can't shy away from the herbs. You know what I mean? I am I am testament to that. Dr. Sebi, all the other herbalists, the good ones. But you have some spin doctors out there just trying to sell you stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, we bear testimony to this that those herbs are for the healing. It heals you. It heals your cell from a cellular standpoint. And when you once your cells once your cells are healed, then your body can repair itself. You get a little cut. You don't even have to put anything on there because your cells are on point. That's just your body's just gonna heal that without putting any kind of antibacterial cream or anything on there. Okay, you snub your toe. Sometimes you don't need to put anything. Okay, something fell on my toe a few weeks ago on my big toe. It hurt like crazy. I didn't put anything on there. The only thing I swear to you guys, the only thing I put on that toe was ice. I didn't put any medicine, any cream, any lotion, nothing. Just ice. I just ice it, and my toe is almost healed. And it was a heavy object that fell on the toe. Okay, but this happens when your cells are nourished. You know what I mean? Your cells are nourished, so your body heals itself. Your body takes care of you when you take care of your body from within, from inside. All right? Your skin is going to glow. You feed from inside out. Okay, your energy level is going to be so high. Your physical energy level, your spiritual energy level, your mental energy level, they're going to be high because you're working from inside out. So when inside is pure and inside is clean and inside is functioning properly, then it shows on the outside. Okay, it shows on the outside. Okay, so this Wednesday, November 1st, 7 p.m., I am going to be doing my second verbal knowledge and application lesson. Okay, the first one was 2 Wednesdays ago. We had a blast. We learned a lot of stuff, but more particularly, we learned about the basic fundamentals of herbalism. All right, and we are going to build from that. Thing we talk about going forward is going to be built on the basics, on the foundation of herbalism. And it's only 6 things that you have to learn in the initial class. 6 things. And once you understand those 6 principles, it's easier for you to determine what herb is good for a certain situation, for a certain person. All right. And that's what I'm teaching. That's what I'm learning. It's how I'm learning it, and that's why I am effective in my methods because it works. Okay, once you understand those concepts, it becomes easy. So I would like you guys to join me, okay? But you have to let me know your interest in learning herbalism, and I can teach you. Okay, even if you're doing it for your own health, just for you or for your family, or maybe later on you may want to go out there in your community, or go out there in the world and become great. You know what I mean? Or you just want to keep it to yourself because when I started, it was just for me and my family. That's something I didn't really expose to the public. You know what I mean? But I understand when you have a calling that you can't resist, right? Cause yeah, when you have a calling, you got to go, but you have to be prepared. Mhm. You have to be prepared. All right. So link me up. Just put it in the chat if you want to do it. You want to learn herbalism, my method, the way I do it. Okay. Just let me know in the comments, and I will send you the information on how to register. Okay. So we're talking about Moringa. Okay. Moringa is, again, it's loaded with iron. That means you are going to find yourself with a lot of energy. It's a good source of energy. Okay. Good source of energy. And they've been using, and they are still using moringa in cosmetics, in pharmaceutical cosmetics. Okay. They use it in oils and the seeds. They use it for your hair and your skin. All right. And those big pharma, they use our herbs and they put it in their products and they resell our herbs to us for a lot of money when you can come straight to the source. You understand that? Go straight to the source. Because what they do is draw out certain constituents from it. They don't give you the entire benefit of the herbs. They draw certain constituents, they take it to the lab and they extract the constituents that they want to use, all right? And they repackage it and they send it back to you, put it on the shelf and they sell it back to you for a whole lot of money when you could just use it. Okay. Again, Moringa has a lot of protein, a lot of vitamin, a lot of calcium. Okay. When I was talking about the was my audio gone when I was talking about the amount of calcium and vitamins it has more than the other things? Let me repeat it just in case. All right, guys, I'm gonna repeat that because while my audio was out, there's some things that I mentioned probably got missed, so I'm going to repeat. Okay. All right. So you guys know me. I like to research and re-research and research my research that I researched. So moringa, I'm finding out, has 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 10 times more vitamin A than carrots. Okay. 17 times more calcium than milk, 9 times more protein than yogurt, 15 times more potassium than bananas, and 25 times more iron than spinach. Okay. You guys get that? It has a lot of vitamin, protein, calcium, iron, ascorbic acid, antioxidants, and antioxidants like carotenoids, flavonoids, and phenol. Okay. So what's happening nowadays, Nayamba, hi Nayamba, how are you? Nayamba said she put the leaves in her green salads. Yes, the young leaves, the ones that from the top, they're edible, better than spinach, better than spinach. Mary Kalingo say, I want to. All right, Mary, your sentence isn't complete. So if you want to restate your statement, then I can understand exactly what you said because you just said, I want to. All right. So these days, moringa leaves or moringa leaf powder is incorporated in various valuable products, right? And the extract from the leaf, from the root, okay, from the roots and the stem, they have antimicrobial and anthelmintic anthelmintic properties. All right. Moringa oleifera is the scientific name. Mary said, I would like to learn. Okay, Mary, I got you. I'll send you info. Very good. Okay. Like I said earlier, Moringa is pretty good to control diabetes, in controlling your diabetes, controlling your blood sugar. But I want you guys to understand something because if you are taking or intaking food and beverages that is causing your blood sugar to rise, and then you are going to use moringa to try to counteract it, but you don't stop taking the food and the beverage that's causing the high rise of blood sugar, the moringa is not going to help you. You're fighting a losing battle. You guys understand that? The thing that is causing too much sugar in the blood has to be eliminated. Otherwise, the moringa is not going to do anything for you. It will not help. It's not going to help. Okay. So that is why, that is why when I tell you guys, don't just Google stuff and look, oh, this is good for that. I'm going to take it. There is more to it than just taking the herbs. All right. There are things that you have to give up. There are foods you have to give up. There are beverages that you have to give up because those foods and those beverages, they have poisons. They're poisoning your system. And at the same time, you're trying to fix the problem that you keep putting back in. You understand that? So you have to work with a good herbalist who's going to guide you. It's going to give you guidance. Okay. Who's going to be there to support you then. Okay. Because you need support. We all need support. Okay. So again, moringa is pretty good for diabetes. Okay. Now, the bioactive compound alkaloids from moringa trees act as a cardiac stimulant that stimulates your heart. Okay. And when your heart is stimulated in that way, it stabilizes your blood pressure. Okay. It stabilizes your blood pressure. The leaves, the bark, the roots, they have analgesic activity. And analgesic just means that it's a pain killer or pain relieving agent. It relieves pain. Okay. So it has that analgesic activity that will help with pain, like general pain. Okay. And what some of the researchers have done is that they extracted moringa in alcohol. Okay. And that is where they found the analgesic activity. Okay, the pain killing property or the pain killing benefits of the moringa. Okay. Nice and green herbs, and the leaves falling off the stalk as we go. And I leave it in the basket until, okay, all the leaves fall off all the stalks, and then I know it's ready. It's ready for me to put it up, stash it over. You see this? Everything's gone. I don't pull them out and just leave it. Okay. But this, the herbs that I display with you guys, like openly like this is for personal use. Okay. That's why I'm just using this as demo to show you guys. This is for my personal use. But the ones that I use for packaging, okay, you don't get to see that. Okay. I don't display it. Okay. I just display what I use my family. All right. Just so you know that. Okay. So it is also hepatoprotective. It is hepatoprotective. That means it will help your kidneys. It will subdue kidney damage. Okay, it subdues liver damage. Sorry, not kidneys. Hepato, liver damage, not your kidneys. Okay, and it helps to relieve or reduce liver fibrosis. All right, liver fibrosis. So it's a really good herb for that, and you can drink the tea. Okay, you can eat the green young leaves. You can eat the pods while they're green and young, and you can also, when the seeds get brown and ripe, right? Okay, you can crush it. You can grind it. or you can grate it, okay, and use. It's good for your liver. Okay. The other thing it's good for is spasms, right? Stomach spasm, but it will not work for everyone. And again, that is why I want you guys to join my class so we could dive down and find out, you know, which certain people, which people this will work for certain issues, and it won't work for another person with the same problem, right? Because each one is different. Okay, and all those things I break down in my class and make it clear, and so you guys could understand that just because the moringa is good for your blood pressure, it may not work for the other person's blood pressure because you guys are different. You understand that? And that's what I teach, and I show you guys how it works that way, the way it works, okay, in that fashion, because it will not work for everyone for the same problem. And you have to get a different herb with the same constituents, the same action, okay, because those herbs they have actions. An herb that has the same action as moringa does. You understand that? Okay, and all those things that break down and teach how it works, how it operates, those actions of the herbs. Okay, so the moringa, again, it is always a good herb to experiment with, a good herb to have in your pantry. Okay, and it has something they call methanolic, methanolic, and then they extract the methanolic from it, from the plant, and it's used for gastric lesions. Gastric lesions. Okay, and that is you know abnormalities, abnormalities, especially specifically for the stomach wall, right? It may be cancerous or precancerous, or it could be benign. Okay, it could be harmless. Okay, for those gastric abnormalities. Okay, now the leaves. This is a powerhouse, man. This earth here is a powerhouse. Mary said, so my brother said that we can use the stock. Yes, yes, you don't throw away nothing. You don't throw away a thing. Okay. Okay. Let's look. Mary, let me break this down for you and everyone else. Okay. Let me kick this. Again, guys, this is, I'm talking over but this is for personal use. All right. Don't panic. All right. Mary and everyone else. The leaves are good for you, right? For everything I'm saying for you. Now, the leaves are attached to the stalk. The leaves are attached to these little branches here, see? And the branches are attached to the stalk. The stalk is attached to what? To the tree, which feeds from the roots. So that means everything's coming from the earth, from the ground. Yes, yes, cousin. There you go. From the roots up to the stalk, right, of the plant, to the branch, okay, to the little stalk here, to the leaves. Okay, so yes, the stalk is good. Nothing wrong with the stalk because the whatever is being fed to the leaves have to come through here. It comes through this. It's going to make its way to the stalk to get to the leaf. Clear and precise, right? Very good. So the stalk is fine. The roots are, you use the roots, use the bark, use the stem, you use the branches, you use the leaves. And moringa has a pod, it makes seeds, it makes flowers. You can use everything, everything, just like passion fruit. And that's for another discussion. Okay, you're welcome. Very welcome. So the leaves now, specifically the leaves, are really good for asthma. People who suffer from asthma, right? Respiratory diseases like bronchitis and hyperglycemia, okay? Flu, heartburn. And guess what other herbal product that I have that includes moringa? My antiviral herb formula. This bad boy is in there, my antiviral herb formula to fight viruses. This herb is part of it, one of the ingredients in there. Okay, moringa. See that? Nice and fresh and green. And when it's good, when it's dried, it stays green. Okay, and I can teach you guys all this how to make your herbs stay green and fresh once it's dried, so it doesn't turn brown and crispy and dry. Okay, okay. It's all these things. It's all these things that I teach. It's going to stay green for a very long time after it's dried out. You're gonna learn how to store it properly so it lasts longer. All these techniques. Okay. The other thing, or the other things, moringa is good for syphilis, malaria, pneumonia. There is excess water in your lungs, diarrhea, headaches, scurvy, skin disease. You get some green leaves fresh and you squeeze it out in water and you wash yourself with that, just like you do aloes. Okay, and you wash from your head down because it's good for your hair, it's good for your skin. Remember earlier I told you guys the pharmaceutical companies, what they do, they use the moringa oil to put in their skincare products and their shampoo and stuff. You understand that? Moringa is good for your eyes because it has more vitamin A than carrots. It's good for ear infection. You get a drop of moringa oil and stick it in there. Awesome herb. Okay. But the oil will work better for ear infection. You don't want to put water in your ears, okay? But oil is very concentrated. You drop some oil in there, and it helps with that. It reduces blood pressure. Mary Kalingo said, "That's why the asthma left me." Mary, do you care to expound on that a little bit? Let us know, expound a little bit, and let us know why the asthma left you. Because you use moringa. That way, the other people on the program could understand, uh, and kind of relate to your story. Okay, people with cholesterol problem, and moringa is another ingredient in my cholesterol herbal formula. Okay, this is a bad boy. Moringa is awesome. It's a bad boy. Okay, it's anti-diabetic, like I've been saying for the last 20 minutes or so, more than that. Okay, and that's moringa. Again, the seeds. All right, the seeds. You can use the seeds for treating, or I like the word treat because doctors treat. Herbalists don't treat. They don't treat stuff. They fix. Okay, moringa seeds can be used to fix hyperthyroidism when your thyroid is overactive. Okay, if you have a overactive thyroid problem. Moringa seeds are pretty good. It's a good candidate for that. Okay. Oh, Mary said asthma left her because she used Moringa. I didn't ask her to say it. That's her testimony, guys. This is her testimony. See, her asthma is gone because she's been using Moringa. And of course, I'm pretty sure Mary has been watching her diet. You know what I mean? Pretty sure she's been looking and checking the things that she eats and the things that she drinks and put into her stomach. All right. It's good for rheumatism. You got this fluidity in your joints, you know, like fluidity. It's good for that. Gout. You got gout in that big toe of yours down there, and it's very painful. Remember, I told you that it is an analgesic. It has analgesic properties, and when you have gout, you got a lot of pain in that big toe. You're gonna have a lot of pain. So it's an analgesic. It works really well for that. If you have cramp or epilepsy, and the other big thing, okay, you get your blender, you get some green, you get a handful of green fresh herbs. You put it in the blender, you put a cup of water or two, and you blend it and you strain it, and it gets rid of your STD. You got to drink it several times a day. It will get rid of your STD. It will flush that STD out of your system. Okay. It's anti inflammatory. If you have excess inflammation, especially in your joints with that fluidity, that rheumatism, okay, and arthritis, it will help in those areas. And the roots and the bark stimulate your heart. It stimulates your heart so it will tame that blood pressure. Okay, tame that blood pressure. But don't expect it to work and then you go into McDonald's next day, you know, and eat. And you go into Wendy's, you know, the next day and eat. You have to stay away from those foods because those are the foods that are that's junk. It's not even food. Those are the things that causing you harm, and you have to leave it alone. You got to come back to the earth. You got to come back to the herbs. You got to come back to your bush. You got to come back to the ital food. Come back to it. Come back to the good stuff. Come back to the medicine because the food is the medicine. The medicine is in the food. You don't have to go somewhere separate to get your medicine. It should be in your food. The food that you eat should be for nourishment, and it should be your medicine, not just to fill your belly, right? Not just to fill your belly. It's for nourishment. And at the same time, it's your medicine. So you don't have to go to an outside source to get your medicine. It should be in your food. It's plain, it's simple. You guys know what I had? You guys want to know what I had for dinner tonight? Windiv Sagafed. Long time, you know, Auntie Windiv. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. I had pap shoe, Tanya porridge tonight, and that stuff went down good. I put some toluma in it. Oh boy, that thing was nice. You know, you got to stay grounded, guys. You guys know this saying that goes, "When you're in Rome, do as the Romans do." Nah, don't do that to yourself. When you're in Rome, just be yourself. Don't do like them. What are they doing? All right, it's not in line with your culture. You have to stay in line with your culture. Your culture is part of what makes you. So you have to stick to when you in the road, man, do what you're supposed to do, man, not what the Romans do, man. That thing, it doesn't jive too well. Check. Stay with the ital, stay with the herbs, stay with the food that is your medicine. Okay. So the pods, again, the seeds, the pods, they're very long and they have big pods in them. They're good for diarrhea. You have the diarrhea. If you could find some dry pods, just grate it, crush it, or smash it, put it in some hot water, and drink it. It will help to arrest the diarrhea and calm it down. Same thing, like you can chew on some green guava leaf if you have diarrhea. If you don't have moringa seeds, just find some guava leaf and chew on it. Green. If it's dry, don't chew on it. You might choke, but make tea with the dry ones. But if you could find some green ginger, guava leaf, and just chew on a couple of them and swallow. But you need to spit out that part there, right? After you get all the juice from the leaves, all the chlorophyll from there, just spit out the remains, all right? A few minutes, you'll start to feel relief. Okay, so the moringa leaf and the guava bush, the green guava bush, okay, you can use those. If your guava bush is dry, just make some tea, put 7 leaves in a pot of really hot water, or if you don't have time to let it steep, just boil it. Okay, because I mean the stomach ache is pretty bad. Okay, just boil the leaves, you take it out the pot, it's going to turn brown, and drink it. It's going to give you a good ease on that belly ache. Okay, so iron, calcium, okay, loaded, vitamin A, vitamin C, magnesium, potassium. Okay, it has potential to fix or to help manage thyroid function. Okay, especially if it's hyperthyroidism, if your thyroid is over producing, if it's overactive. All right, it will help in those departments. All right, but the other thing is make sure that when you are taking herbs for certain issues, say like diabetes, and you're taking metformin or other medications for diabetes, make sure you talk to your doctor. Please, please, please talk to your doctor. Let your doctor know, hey, I am looking to move over to using some herbs instead of the metformin. Okay, so the doctor, you have to work with your doctor. Don't just leave them out of the equation. Work with them, and your doctor is not going to deny you anything because the decision is yours. The final decision is yours. Just don't leave them out. Talk to them. They can't tell you no. They will actually give you guidance. You know what I mean? They will give you guidance because remember, they prescribe medicine for you. So let them know, hey doc, I'm looking to take some herbal medicine for this. I'm going to give it a try, and the doctor can provide guidance and make some recommendations for you. All right, and all you have to do is ask. Just talk to them. No big deal, and they will kind of guide you to. They'll help you out. Okay. Again, it reduces blood pressure, reduces blood sugar. Now, the thing to watch out for with moringa when it comes to blood sugar levels, it may make your blood sugar drop too low in some cases. All right. So you have to watch out for that. Because when it comes to blood pressure and blood sugar, everything should be gradual. You don't want a big drop, especially with your blood pressure. If your blood pressure is low, you don't want a serious spike because that thing is It's gonna hurt you. You don't want anything to spike, like really, really, really down, really, really up, spike up or spike down rapidly. Okay, you want gradual, gradual movement. Okay, slowly, because you don't want to get into shock. If it just shoots up and spikes up, you're gonna end up in problem. If it just drops suddenly, okay, you're gonna feel hot, lightheaded, and you're gonna end up with some issues you really don't want to. Okay, so always look for gradual decline or even upwards, gradual. Everything else should be gradual. Okay, so be careful when you're taking Moringa for lowering your blood sugar. Okay. Okay. Again, my second class is Wednesday, November 1st, 7 p.m. If you are interested in learning herbalism I the way I do it, my method. It's not mine, but that's how I learn it. So it says my methods, the methods that I use, all right, to help people get better. And see, the thing is, I help me get better with those methods. See, I'm not just helping you get better. I've already done it and got better. Make myself whole with those methods. I know they work because that's what I did for myself, and that's what I did for my family and everyone else who contact me for help, for holistic health reasons. Okay, it worked for me. I use it on myself. It worked for me. It works perfect for me. I don't have any issues at all. So now I am able to help you because I know how to work it. I went on that journey for you already. You understand? I went on that journey already. So I have that experience that I can bring to you, right? And I can guide you, I can teach you the way that I do it. Okay, so it's Wednesday. Just let me know if you are interested. Put it in the comments or inbox me, send me a message, whatever it is. And for those of you who have my number, just send me a message, send me a text, send me, hey, Bushman, I'm ready to roll. How do I sign up? How do I register? Okay. And the second class is Wednesday. First class was 2 weeks ago, and we had fun learning the building blocks of herbalism, that foundation, like when you build a house, you start with the foundation. Your foundation is level. Okay, everything is strong, and the foundation is rooted. When you put up your walls, okay, everything just stays really erect and firm. Okay, so you have to build that foundation strong, very, very strong. And everything is going to be built upon that foundation. And everything you put on the foundation is going to be strong because your foundation is solid. It is strong. All right. And then you build from there. Okay. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, flavonoids, palmitic, stearic acid, saponins, glycosides, gum, protein, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and iron, all in this. Everything I just mentioned, right in here in this herb, this basic herb right here for you. Okay. And this is my personal stash. That's why I can mess with it, touch it up and stuff. It's mine. We use here in my house, my household, because that's what I do. That's what I drink. I drink this, make tea every day, all the time, for me and my family. Stay strong, to stay healthy. to stay rooted in herbalism, to stay rooted in the ITAL vibes, natural foods, because that is what's going to preserve you and keep you mentally alert, physically strong, spiritually strong, psychologically fortified. Okay, you just trust me, guys. This is it's a great journey, man. It is a great journey that is worth every single step that I've taken in learning and applying herbalism. It has been amazing. No low points, no low points at all. It's always up full vibration, up full energy all the time. Okay. So join me for classes, guys. Every 2 weeks we do this. Every other Wednesday we jump and we learn. And I dive deep into it and I break it down so you understand, so it makes sense to you. And I give you 2 weeks so you could absorb the information. You can, as you get better, as you get, you know, really more astute, okay, then we can shorten the time, maybe every week. Because I study every day. I have to study every day. Okay. So this is my time. It's been 60 minutes or so. Minus the time that there was no audio. All right. I apologize for that though. I will straighten everything out. Technology, sometimes it doesn't always work in our favor, right? But we just move along. Like my cousin always tells me, when things get tough, man, just here are stepping stones, just bypass that, skip over it and fix it, find a way to fix it and just move on. And I listen to him. All right. Good to know you are doing well, Auntie. You're welcome, Mary, anytime. All right, guys, this is the program for tonight. Uh, it's been a while since I've been on here because I've been busy. I'm always busy doing stuff. Okay. My life is full of adventure, so I don't get bored. So I'm always doing things. All right. So join me for class again, guys, and Wednesday. If you're interested, let me know. We could get started when you're ready. You have to be ready, okay? I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. When you're ready, just link me up, let me know, and we'll get you started. All right. Have a good night, guys, and stay well, everybody. Take care. Okay. Thanks. Bye.